Yes, you are. Cream, get on top. Cream, you will.
Hi, this is Nina. We are going to be talking about breastfeeding myths, and this is breastfeeding myths part 1. Many African Americans are not breastfeeding, and that could be contributed to a wide range of things, but there are a lot of myths out there that could potentially be keeping women from breastfeeding. So we're going to talk about some of those today. I'm going to do 6 on this video and additional 6 on the next video. So let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, moms don't produce enough milk. Why do moms think this? And I think the reason why this is such a big issue is because moms aren't exclusively breastfeeding from the beginning. They start off formula feeding and giving breast. And if you do that, you're not going to make enough milk. But if you're exclusively breastfeeding your baby, you should absolutely have enough milk to feed your baby. Your body is capable of doing this thing. It can do it, and you don't need anything else to help you do it. Your body can do it. Most women make enough milk to feed twins, so you know your body can make enough milk for one baby. Now, there are some other issues and concerns. If you have a thyroid problem or some other type of condition that could keep your milk from flowing to its fullest potential, those are things that you want to talk to your doctor about. But if you are a healthy woman, then your body should be able to produce enough milk for one baby. So don't be concerned about that, because you can absolutely do it. Your body can do it. Number 2, breastfeeding hurts. So many women think that breastfeeding hurts, but the problem is their baby is not latched on properly. So that's the big issue. How do you get the baby latched on properly? How do you know if it's a proper latch? If it hurts longer than a couple of seconds after the baby is latched on, it's probably an improper latch, and you need to unhook the baby and place the baby back on the breast. If you need more help with this, your best bet is to probably consult a lactation consultant so that you can identify a proper latch, and that way you'll know when it's right and when it's wrong, and this will help you out a lot. But it should not hurt. There's a difference between it being uncomfortable and it hurting. If it's uncomfortable, that's pretty normal. No woman is used to a baby sucking, or anyone for that matter, sucking on you for 12 times a day. Nobody's used to that. But your body will go through an adjustment period, and it will get used to that. Now, if it's tender, that's okay. So uncomfortable is okay, tender is okay, but hurting is not okay. That is a sign that something is wrong. So consult a professional or someone that can help you with that. And just as a reminder, a professional may not necessarily be a pediatrician or a doctor, because a professional for breastfeeding is going to be more like a lactation consultant. All right. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later. Number 3, it's easier to bottle feed. Is it? I don't think so. That's from my experience. But overall, as I talk to moms who nurse, they'll say, I'm so glad that I nursed. It was so much more convenient. It was so easier to nurse than it was to bottle feed. Why? Well, breastfed moms get about 80% more sleep than bottle-fed moms, or babies that take the bottle. And the reason why is because we don't have to fully wake up in the night to feed our babies. Most of the time, our babies sleep near us. We may co-sleep or whatever. We may have the baby in a bassinet beside the bed. The baby may even be in another room. However you do it. The point is that you don't fully wake up like to make a bottle. All you do is get the baby, take the baby in the bed with you, roll over, nurse the baby, then put the baby back in its prospective place, wherever that may be. So because of that, we sleep while the baby's nursing, and it's more convenient. When we go places, we don't have to worry about packing bottles. We don't have to shake them up, stir them, flip it, rub it down. We don't have to do all that. All we have to do is make the breast available. And do you attach it and detach it and put it in your pocket? No, they're always here. They're always available. I had a friend who said that she took her baby to the park and she forgot the nipples. You're never going to do that. You're never going to forget your nipples. So it's not a concern. It's convenient because it's always ready. It doesn't have to be heated. It doesn't have to be mixed. You don't have to have any other piece of equipment to make it work. It works because that's the way God intended it to do. Number 4, there is a specific time frame baby should be fed or nursed. No. A lot of times when you go to the doctors, they'll say, how long did you nurse the baby? Did you nurse the baby for 10 minutes, 15 minutes on each side, 20 on each side? What? What's the answer? What's the answer? And you feel this immense pressure coming down on you like you need to have an answer. But the answer to that is, I nurse my baby on demand, and when the baby's done, he or she is done. And that's what matters to me. As long as the baby is gaining weight, that's the most important thing, because that lets me know that I'm doing my job. So don't feel pressured to have an answer. You don't need to pay attention to the clock. Like, there doesn't need to be, oh, I nursed 20 minutes on this side, 20 minutes on the other side, because the clock tells nothing but the time. The baby tells you when the baby is hungry, and that's what you need to focus on. So baby's going to give you signs of hunger, and you respond to those signs of hunger. Number 5, moms can't eat certain foods. I know specifically in the African American community, girl, don't eat those collard greens. No, you can't eat that broccoli. That's going to give the baby gas. No sweet potatoes for you. Anything you eat is fair game. If you ate it when you were pregnant, the baby's already adjusted to it. It adjusted to it then. So eating spicy food now is not, it shouldn't cause any problems. Now, if you notice that the baby is gaseous and it's painful gas, then pay attention to what you're eating and adjust, you know, based on the baby's needs. But I would not start out taking things out of my diet and not eating things. Now, I do remember my mom saying, don't eat berries. I said, whatever. I ate berries, and guess what? The baby got a little rash on the butt. So I said, okay, maybe berries is not a good thing right now. And I waited a couple weeks, ate berries again, and the baby was fine. So even if the baby does have a reaction to something that you eat, don't take it out of your diet altogether. Come back at it a week or 2 weeks later, because the baby's system is forever changing, and as it changes, the baby's response to that food is going to be different. So just flow with it, roll with it, pay attention to what you eat and be mindful of that. If the baby's doing great, the baby's doing great. Don't modify anything that you're eating. But it's not a good rule of thumb to rule out things off top. Eat how you normally eat, and then make adjustments if they need to be made. Number 6, moms can't drink. Well, I do. I'm not an alcoholic, but I do drink every now and then. You know, when I go out or whatever, wine or, you know, whatever. And I tell you how I do it. If I am drunk, then it's not appropriate time to feed my baby. If I even have a buzz, it's not appropriate time to feed my baby. Pumping and dumping, I don't do. But I tell you what, there's a lot of information out there online about drinking and nursing, and I've kind of sorted through it all, and what I've come up with is, if I feel like, if I'm being affected and I can feel like I'm being affected by the alcohol, it's probably enough alcohol in my system to go through my milk. If I am feeling okay, I don't have a buzz, I don't feel drunk, then there's probably not enough alcohol in my system to transfer to the baby. So if you're uncomfortable with just basing it off that, they do have strips available like Babies R Us and places like that, where you can check your milk to make sure that, you know, your milk has low levels of alcohol in it and it's appropriate to feed your baby. So that's on you. Do what you feel the most comfortable with. But it is possible to drink and nurse. And a lot of times what I do is I nurse the baby, put the baby down for bed or whatever, and then I drink, have a good time, and I might wait a couple of hours, or I may have already pumped milk, and if the baby gets up hungry, then I give the baby those bottles that I pumped, and I wait until the morning time after I've slept and everything like that to feed the baby again. So that's just something that I do, and maybe it will help you as well. Okay, well that pretty much wraps it up for this video. My next video will be 7 through 12. So watch.